And they removed the button. No more Facebook Lives. Okay, let's see how good this is going to go. What's up? Let's share this video out. I told you I got content on top of content. I can talk about almost anything. Don't forget, everybody that's on here, please share the Cash App out too. Share it out on Instagram for me. Somebody can tag me on Instagram, $ Sabir Bey, and I appreciate that. Okay? My Ubi says, shine your light on the world. Shine your light for the world to see. The black man's inferiority. And you can come on the feed on Facebook, on Instagram, and join me. Have fun. Let's talk about it. Let's see how we can fix this problem or problems. All right, so hurry up. Let's go. Let me see something. Where's my young sister at Brooklyn? I always got something to share with y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. Peace. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm on Facebook and Instagram too. So if you're not clear on what Sabir is saying, please go get your teachers. Please go get your parents. Please go get your scholars. Please go get your preachers. Please go get the cats on YouTube and Instagram. Because if you don't understand what I'm saying and you take a little bit what I'm saying and run with it, it's no good to do that. It's not good to do that. So share it out. Because I might as well just play around the house for a while, because you know how our people like to get on feeds later than we like to get on feeds later than a motherfricker. This is eucalyptus. I'm cleaning my lungs out. Getting the breathing on. While y'all share this out. Please share this to groups. 5% groups. Listen to me. Nation of Islam groups. Black Power groups. College groups. TV groups. I need y'all to do this for me. Hurry up. While I inhale. Could y'all do that? Can I repeat that again? I need y'all to share this to all the groups. On Instagram, that little arrow that's there, share it out and tag me. Tag the Cash App people. $ Sabir Bey on Cash App. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Y'all can sit back and talk to me for a minute. Okay? Y'all done heard all the lies all day long, so let's go. Let's get into some history. Y'all ready? Act like I'm disrespecting women on Instagram or putting out some garbage on Instagram. Let's go. This is for my young sister that's 16 years old. She asked me to get a list of books for her because early today she was talking about in school the only thing they talk about is slavery. That's it. That's all they talk about, slavery. And again, if you're just joining me, people, I want y'all to share this out to every group on Instagram and on Facebook. Are y'all hearing me? Are y'all hearing me on Instagram? Because I don't think y'all hear me on Instagram. Are y'all hearing me on Instagram? Are y'all hearing me on Instagram? Are y'all hearing me in this ear? Are you hearing me on Instagram? Share this out. Because we can't have no excuses. Because everybody always like to make up excuses on why they're not getting this information. Okay? Are you hearing me on Facebook? Share this out to black groups, Nation of Islam groups, Black Panther groups, Black Power groups, whatever groups, conscious groups, radio show groups. Let's have this dialogue. And y'all can also come to Instagram and push the request line on Instagram. Bro, could you actually tag my Cash App on there too? $ Sabir Bey. So, and if your brother is wrong on anything that I'm saying, please don't type it in. Please come on the live, check me. If I'm wrong, check me. But first, I want you to do your due diligence first and foremost, okay? I need y'all to do your due diligence first, and then you can challenge me on many levels, man, because I'm with it. I'm with the challenge. So, I'm going to show y'all a couple of things, if y'all don't mind. Peace, D. My sister said to me, the young sister that we had on earlier, we were talking about what they teach in school. And I told everybody on these feeds they should start a challenge on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram on the complexion of people. Since we like to get caught up in this thing called a colored code caste system, everybody should take their child and do a live video. Shout out to my brother Bruce. I love you, fam. If you have a child under 10 years old, if somebody booked me for down there, we can make it happen. You should come to, hey, somebody got a budget? To somebody, I don't even know, is that a high school, grade school? What's up? If you can book me, you can make that happen. One more time. Somebody asked me to come to Alabama. Alabama? In Alabama. So what you can do, and see, this is the thing about our people. Let me help y'all out. See, I'm not banking like that, but I'm actually going to go back overseas. And y'all know if I'm overseas, it costs me a lot. So if you can create a budget, if you can get at least 5 people, I'll be on the East Coast next month. If you can get at least 5 people to make that happen, I have no problem coming to Alabama. So Cash App works, Sabir Bey. PayPal works, SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. If we were getting thousands of dollars to make this work, then I wouldn't have to say create a budget, right? I could just pop up down there. But the people have to support some way, somehow to make these things happen. I can't do everything. One thing that I will not be is a poor righteous teacher. I'm going to say this again. One thing that Sabir Bey won't be is a poor righteous teacher. So if you want to make that happen, put up or shut up. Cash App work, PayPal work. My email is SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. It is that simple. Okay? So this is for my young sister and anybody that's young that's on this feed. I'm going to give y'all some books. And I want you to hurry up. Get your cameras together. Y'all ready? Get your cameras together, and I want you to take pictures. But again, if you have somebody under 10 years old, they should all do a video on something black, something brown, and then compare that and ask the person that's under 10 years old, is somebody's white? Grab something white, grab something black, grab something brown, and put it up to your skin and do a live video challenge on Facebook, on YouTube, and Instagram, and let the people see, because that's who's going to influence the masses of the people. Can y'all do that favor for me? I know, Bruce, you do it a lot, but I want you to do this challenge with your son also. Do the challenge with your son and record him. And then grab something that is black and ask him, do he look like that? Okay? Okay? Does that sound fair? So everybody should do this test. Let's have a challenge test on that. The caste system test. We can call it the caste system test. I don't know what you want to call it. Whatever. Just do the video. Did everybody, that sound fair? Jaquetta, you got some young ones too. You should do that with your children too. I'm doing this for all of y'all. So all of y'all should actually do a video on that, asking that simple question to show these grown people, these so-called black inferiority people. I'm not talking about CMB. I'm not talking about that. My conversation tonight is actually the black inferiority. Black inferiority. One more time. Black inferiority. So, here's the books. That's right. Hashtag challenge. Here you go. So this is for my young sister. How many people ever heard of that book right there by J.A. Rogers? We're going to come out of this book tonight. A fearless, penetrating discussion of America's greatest problem. Oh my gosh. A fearless, penetrating discussion. Y'all don't want no penetrating discussion. Y'all like that soft talk. It's white supremacy. It's the black man's the God. It's the ancient black gods of Egypt. Come on, let's have a real conversation. Let's do all of this. Ibn Khaldun, the father of economics and sociology. Come on. I'm going to just... Are y'all taking the pictures? The father of economics and sociology, right? Let's teach the children young. Ibn Khaldun. And if you want me to do a lecture on him, I could do a whole lecture on this man. I went to his statue in Tunis. Let's move forward. You ready for some more? You got it? Karl Marx. See, we like to talk about slavery. We're going to get into that too. And the white man is the devil. We like that talk. We like the white man is the devil talk. Okay? The prince among slaves. He was a Moor from West Africa. He was not from North Africa, people. He was a Moor from West Africa, Benin. So all these Moors that keep saying he was from North Africa, no, he was not. He was from West Africa, not Morocco. That's North Africa. Abdul Rahman. Okay? So let's come over here. J.A. Rogers once again. 100 amazing facts about the Negro. So I'm going to try to go through all of these books. Nature Knows No Color Line. J.A. Rogers. Hurry up, y'all. Let's share this out to every group. From Instagram on down. Let's have a discussion. Nation of Islam groups. Pan-African groups. Garvey groups. Let's go. Share this to all these groups. You put your camera in front of... And which one? This one? Which one you talking about? I bought this one in London. Come on. This is for my young sister that asked me these questions. Because that's all they keep teaching our people, that we were nothing but slaves. And you got the other cats talking about the ancient black gods of Egypt. And every time I say that, you notice they don't never come. Have y'all noticed that? You notice them dudes don't never come on the feed. But they'll do a video and you cheerlead the nonsense. You'll cheerlead it. But in the back room, they be whispering Sabir Bey's name. They whisper my name. Instead of being man enough. That's why I said share this to all the groups. Should I repeat the groups again? Shaquette, I hope you're doing that too. I hope you're sharing this to the nation, 5%ers, Garveyites, Black Panther, whatever groups you do deserve and desire to like. These are the things that we should know to fix these problems. We shouldn't have to keep going around in circles with the same nonsense and talk about the cracker of the white man as a white supremacy. Are you good? So what we gonna do, the floor is open on Instagram, so feel free on Instagram to come to Instagram, Real Sabir Bey. Okay? Real Sabir Bey on Instagram. So let's come back over here for 1 second. Oh, there's a Declaration of Independence too. Not civil rights, human rights. Not civil, human. I got this over in Spain. So, let me ask y'all a question. I need y'all to be honestly truthful to yourself. This is not about Sabir Bey. Can I ask y'all a question? You can come on a live or you can hit me on here. How many of these dudes that y'all watch actually show you that? How many of these people who actually do these videos show y'all their reference like that? Not Wikipedia and not online. How many? So this conversation is about inferiority. Not many. A couple, they show you all the books, right? So guess who started all of that? And I could take credit for it because they never did it. I did. I take the credit. Because anybody knowing me and been following me for a long time, you can say I'm full of myself or whatever. I was the one that kicked that off. And the books that you see these cats and cops showing, I'm the one that actually had them getting those books. Don't get mad at me. You said not one, so thanks, bruh. I got more books. Listen, the one thing you have to do is to be original. You have to be original, and you have to have your own content. Are y'all with me? I know some of y'all watch these dudes' videos, and y'all think that's the ones that they figured it out. No, it wasn't them. But see, for some reason, Sabir's name don't get brought up, even though I don't care. But I do things purposely, because every book that I show, I can actually dissect those books and tell you what the hell is in them. And I bet you they never showed you about this one either. I guarantee you, they never told you about this one. They never talked about Ibn Khaldun. If you hear them talk about Ibn Khaldun, I'm going to test them on Ibn Khaldun. Okay? I will test them on Ibn Khaldun. Because he was the father of sociology. So, let's move a little further. The title of the Facebook is The Inferiority of the Black Man. Let's get these people who like to talk about white supremacy on here. Could y'all do me that favor? Share this to these people who love to talk about white supremacy. And I challenge them, if they can find the definition of white supremacy in a dictionary, they get $500. Did that sound fair, people? That sound fair? 500. If you can find white supremacy in a dictionary. So, let's go. Most of them sleep on the East Coast. Man, listen. Listen, if it wasn't for Philly, New York, and Jersey, trust me, it ain't happening. A lot of these cats are behind time. So let's go further. A law dictionary? Which one are you talking about? You talking about law dictionary? They got one right there. Okay. There's a dude on YouTube named Home Team History who goes into ancient history about Africa. What part of Africa? Because I'm going to help you out. Tunis is Africa. Tunis is Africa. Morocco is Africa, just in case y'all forgot that part. Tunisia and Morocco is Africa, and I've been to both of them. So that's Africa too. So they'll just talk about Egypt. Egypt, Ghana. If he talked about it and he didn't bring up anything about the Moors, he's a fraud. If he's not bringing up anything about the Moors in West Africa, in North Africa, he ain't talking about Africa. Let me say this again. If he's not talking about the Moors, then he's not. Okay? All right, so let's go further. Frantz Fanon. How many people read Frantz Fanon's book, Black Skin, White Mask? How many people read Frantz Fanon's book, Black Skin, White Mask? Tell me something about that book. Let me help you out. Give me something in the book. Give me something in the book. If I can quote it, and if you say you read it, you should know everything about it. Tell me about the book. Come on, let's go. Tell me something. Give me a passage or give me a section inside this book that you know by heart. Black Skin, White Mask. Come on. I'm going to wait. And if you read the book, right, you wouldn't get caught up in this nonsense that's going on out here. Does it sound fair? If you read the book, you wouldn't get caught up in this nonsense out here. So tell me something about the book. Either you can come on my Instagram, or I'm not going to read all your tests. I'm not going to read all your comments. So tell me something about it. Yo. The oppressed will always. Okay, let me give you a couple pages of this book. It says one part in the book, it says, all we asked of the white man, all we asked of the black man is to be a good nigga and the rest will follow. Tell me if that's not what's happening right now. All we ask of the black man is to be a good nigga and the rest will follow. Tell me if that's not what's going on today. Tell me if that's not, tell me if that's what's going on today. We just go along to get along. We go along to get along, right? All we ask of the black man is to be a good nigga and the rest will follow. So how many people ever heard these cats on social media talk about white supremacy? Think of my brother right. He said, you're not going to find white supremacy in the dictionary. White supremacy doesn't exist. I've learned it from you. Let's talk about it for a minute. I don't know anything. I'm not a college grad. So let's go a little further. Where's all these people that love to talk about white supremacy at? I'm just having fun. This is kicks and giggles for me. Kicks and giggles. Where's all these white supremacy people at? Y'all like to watch these videos, right? Because y'all love to hear them keep saying white supremacy over and 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 over. He tells us that society, colonial power, create entities, ideologies to sustain. Why are we not paying attention to Frantz Fanon's books? You understand we do have a colonized mind? And I heard you say we have a colonized mind. And I don't have a problem because I did say I have a colonized mind when I was overseas. I did say that. I really said I was colonized. But I would never say white supremacy because I would never give these cats no kind of credit and no kind of power. None whatsoever. I will strip them of everything. The same way I would strip the so-called educated black folks that think that they're smart. Let's go a little further. Let's go back to Frantz Fanon for a minute. The African today, and tell me if this is not what's going on. Help me out, y'all, in 2020. Y'all got to help me out. You got to help me. If this is not what's going on today. The African today, that the feeling of inferiority by blacks, especially evident in the educated black man. We're going to break this down too. Y'all see that? Who constantly tries to overcome it. The method he used. Who? In the educated black man. This is what we have out here today. I know some of y'all is hurting. You don't want the truth. I got that part. I got it. And I'm very sarcastic with it. This is the educated black man that Frantz Fanon was talking about. This is from this book. This is in here. I can flip to the page if I choose to. Okay? I just pulled it up there so y'all can see it clearly. You see that? So, we're going to try to connect the dots, y'all, okay? So let's go back. Tell me if this is true or not, y'all. Tell me if this is true. The wearing of the Europeans' clothes. Yeah, we got a suit and a tie on because that's not African. A suit and a tie is not African. You got a noose around your neck, which is called a tie. If you open it up, it's a noose. I'm going to say this one more time. If you open a tie up, it's nothing but a noose, but you complain about nooses being hung. A noose is being hung, right? Whether they are rags or the most up-to-date Versace, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and red bottoms. Let me say this again. Rather they're up-to-date style, rather Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Versace, and up-to-date red bottoms. Using the European furniture. And the European forms of social intercourse. Oh my God, you see that? God damn. Tell me. Hold up. Let's talk about this for a minute, y'all. Hold up. Is that what's going on today? Help me out, y'all. Y'all gotta rescue me. Is that what's going on today? I see some of y'all on here. I know y'all scared to say something. I got it. I really do. I know y'all scared to say something. I see, and I'm gonna call names out, Brother Kwaku. What's up, Brother Kwaku? You always on the feed. Talk to your brother for a minute. I want to talk to you. You are a professor, brother. I think your son is an attorney. I'm just being real. I can't hold anything back. But if we know these things, we can't be playing a game and think that we're going to win their game. Your best thing you can do is teach your children at a young age not to get suckered in. I can't tell you what to do with your life, but I can tell you this. The pain is a mother freaker when they start shutting things down. The pain is real when it comes right back home. Okay? So, let's go a little further. Y'all want some more? Give me 1 second. I'm going to go from Superman to man. Okay? Superman to man. I'm going to show y'all the craziness of the inferiority complex. Are y'all ready? Now, y'all said y'all read Superman to man, right? Let me show y'all something. Watch this, and I'm going to take you back into history. Watch this. Give me 1 second. Watch what he said in his book, J.E. Rogers. This is a conversation. But the Negro himself acknowledges his what? Racial inferiority. Oh my gosh. Just look at how he bleaches his skin, straightens his hair, and uses the devices to appear like the white man. I want y'all to see that this is, let me see y'all. This is recent, right? Watch this. Isn't that a sign of inferiority? Where's these black conscious cats talking about this at? We keep talking about white supremacy. Did that sound like inferiority? That's in Superman to man. Come on. Let's get these conscious cats on here. Y'all know who they are. They keep saying white supremacy. Exactly. But look, hold up. Let's go back to history again. Hold up, brother. Look. But the problem is, they're not telling you they were trying to imitate the Moors. You see that? Many British people of fair complexion was accustomed to blackening their faces artificially that they might better pass for Moors. Oh my God, did it say that, Brother Yusuf? But is these conscious dudes telling you that? Oh, we can go back and forth with this. Yes, they've been doing it. So they the ones that's inferior, not us. They just flip the tables on y'all. Do you see that? Darkening of the skin, they might better pass for the ancient Druids. So if they was trying to imitate you more, not the black man, you more. Why are we not talking about that? Why you got these people trying to talk about Moors are crazy? Or we not all Moors. Then who the hell were they trying to imitate? I wait. This is why I said to y'all, share this to all of them. The Nation of Islam. You can share this to the Black Power, the Garveyites, whoever. Tell them Sabir Bey is live now. So they have always been trying to imitate you Moors. Always. We don't want to be who we are. We want to be everything but who we are. And I'm going to tell you this. Black was synonymous with slave. Negro was synonymous with slavery. So you want people to keep constantly talking about the black thing, the black thing, the black thing, the black thing. This is why I said do a test with your child. And ask them, pick up something black, pick up something brown, and let's have a challenge. And I want y'all to post it on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. See, y'all don't want to have this kind of conversation. I see some of them cats might be running right about now. Oh, I'm running. Oh, he's making too much sense. Oh, my God. I don't want it. Shh. We got to go back. Let's act like we ignored Sabir's Bey page. What is black God? The crock of the devil. It's white supremacy. Whoa, I love this, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go to what they was trying to look like us. Give me a second. Let's talk about it. Am I making sense right now? Help me out, y'all. Am I making sense? They don't want to study the teachings of Noble Drew Ali. Nah, it ain't. You know, it's not even the teachings of Noble Drew Ali. The Moors is before Noble Drew Ali. They don't want to teach nothing pertaining to the Moors. Don't get this twisted. I'm not talking about Noble Drew Ali, and this is not a knock on Noble Drew Ali. I love what the man brought. But I said history of Moors. The Moors did not start with Noble Drew Ali. The Moors did not start with the Moorish Science Temple. One more time. The Moors did not start with the Moorish Science Temple. The Moors did not start with Noble Drew Ali. We're talking about ancient Moors. Period. That was before Noble Drew Ali. Period. So do not get Sabir Bey confused with a Moorish Science Temple. This is called history talk. Historical talking. Okay? Historical talking. Did that make sense? Let's go a little further. Everybody was involved in slavery. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show y'all why we're in the predicament that we in. Because our ancestors, we sold Europeans too. Did y'all know that? The Moors, assistants. I'm going to show you. You obviously, you must be somebody new. We'll get into that too, okay? If you pause 1 second, we'll get into that too. If you go to YouTube, punch in my YouTube channel, Sabir Bey on YouTube. Let me let y'all see what he asked me. Punch in Sabir Bey on YouTube. What is your rebuttal to those who proclaim that the Moors insisted in enslavement? We doing it right now, and I'm going to show you. Do y'all see what's going on? So he must be somebody new, or she must be somebody new, because they don't have no face on there. But anywho, bring me those teachers. So I'm going to show you how. Don't even go there, y'all. Let me just shoot to this real fast. Let me help him out. Let me help him out. Or him or she, I don't know what the hell or who the hell they are, but give me 1 second. Hold up, 1 second. Are you listening? Is it 44? Are you listening? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you going to share this back to your people? Are you going to share this back? Here you go. The Gulf of Guinea, the Negro slave replaced the Moorish slave. Is that making sense to you? Is that making sense? Do you want me to pull the books out where that come from? Did that make sense? Hold on, let him marinate on that for 1 second. Let him marinate that on 1 second. On the Gulf of Guinea. You know where Guinea is at, right? That's West Africa. That's West Africa. So before we were called all these things, we were called Moors. Let's go a little further. Did you see that right there? You want to ask that question one more time? And I can go on for days with this. Moorish slaves. Yeah. Your minds was to say Africans. Your minds would say Africans sold us. This is a total different one. Do you see that? You got it? See, this is the problem. You don't want to go up against a real Moor who knows history. Okay? You don't want to go up against a Moor who knows the history. I would destroy your teachers in a heartbeat. That's a fact and a promise. I know the videos that float around out here. Trust me, I do. I know all the videos. But believe me, we've been doing it and we're doing it today. Because some of us sold out back then, don't mean anything. Okay? It's still happening today. So are you going to sell out today? The cheapest thing you can buy is a nigga and a stick of gum. But the problem is about this. Because our people, it's like right now, you got these celebrities, actors that can't say nothing to do nothing. Just like having teachers in school that don't want to talk about real history and law. I want y'all to wrap your brain around this. The same way you said those people back then, they may have took their family, they may have did something like that to make them do what they were doing. The same way today, our people were about the paycheck. So the paycheck is like, no, we can't go against the curriculum that the school set forth. So I'm not going to say that. So those same people that sold us out back then is the same people that's selling us out in 2020. Did that make sense? Did that make sense? I'm not nobody's hoe. I'm not for sale. You got people on radio is doing the exact same thing because their program director said that if you play this, we're going to get rid of you. If you say this, we're going to get rid of you. Just like the sister was at the college at TSU. TSU. Sure you can. You can request to come on here. Told the student that she could not come out of this book because the school was a conservative school. The professor had the exact same book and told the student she could not come out of this book. Somebody's lying. The professor had the book. So, before I bring you on, let me go back to a little bit more history. Is everybody okay? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? And I'm going to bring you on, 44. Bear with me, okay? Because we don't know real history and what we have done to people. Oh, yeah, because it talks about the Moors in here. Oh, the Moors is mentioned in this book. So you in a black college. So let's go. As for the African white people, we were held as slaves. This is a European saying this. Let me show you something. This is an African. This is a European saying this. As for African white people, we were held as slaves. there for many centuries. By who? The black. Do y'all see that? By black people. Remember I told y'all that we enslaved them too? Look at this. Look what it says. Who visited Morocco in the 17th century? Come on. Late as 1815, white Americans was captured on high sea. Do y'all see that? You think they're going... How many people talk about slavery? How many people talk about slavery? Do you know where the term blackmail come from, y'all? Do y'all know where that term blackmail come from? The concept of the word blackmail. When they was... Anybody, before I say it, anybody know where blackmail come from? Come on. Blackmail. Should I turn my Jeopardy music on? Let's see, crickets. Blackmail. Slavery is a choice. Yes, it is. And slavery's coming back. And most of us are going to go right along with it. I'm bringing you on 44. I don't know what happened. You asked me to bring you on 44 rave. Come on. Don't ask to come on the feed. You scared to come on. Don't ask to come on the feed and you scared. Okay? So, you said we having a blackout. You said we having a blackout. Who said a blackout? Francis Quest Wilson says it's a theory. It's a theory. It's not a fact. Let me ask you a question. Do you feel inferior to anybody? Do anybody on this feed feels inferior? I don't care who said what. This is Sabir Bey. I don't care who said what. Things are called common sense. I'm a living, breathing brother today. I'm living and breathing. Do anybody on this feed feels inferior to anybody? Do anybody feel inferior? See, this is when you let people get involved in a conversation. So nobody feels inferior, right? Shit is out. I told y'all, the shit is out to all these groups. All these black power groups, these white supremacist groups, and everybody like to talk. Nobody feels inferior, right? So that was a theory back then, and it's still a theory. It's not a fact. The fact of the matter is that we are trying to imitate them just as well as they're imitating us. So the term blackmail come from them paying the Huns. It was called the Black Huns. They had to pay the Huns from transporting place to place. You ever see these people in Sudan and they call them pirates? Have you noticed that? In Sudan, they call them pirates. Remember that? Or it's in Pirates of the Caribbean. They always got to make somebody look like they're European, but they really was you. Johnny Depp had locks in his hair. Who the hell you think they was playing? Who the hell you think he was portraying? He had locks in his hair. So it was you. You are the Sudanese. So they were paying to go from place to place. The word tariff or tariff, the word tariff come from tarifa. That's in the tip of Spain. That's where your tipping come from. Tarifa, tarif, tab, tip. Y'all don't get all these little concepts? It's you. This is the reality. I know y'all don't want this because it's too much like right, because it's not cracker. The white man is hiding. He's not hiding anything from you. It's in plain view. It's in plain view. It was by the Huns. Look up the Huns. The Huns. Let's go a little further. Y'all, is everybody all right? Because I don't want to lose y'all. One of my other dopest books. Here's one of my other books that y'all should pick up too. That's one of my other books right there. Master and Slavery, Brazilian Civilization. All up in that book, it talks about the Moors. All up in that book, it speaks about the Moors in there. If you pick that book up, it talk about Brown. The master and the slaves. That's our people in Brazil. And they call them Moors. Y'all can look up and see how much that book is right there. Everybody got it? Okay, that's long enough. I feel like Billie Holiday. Gonna stand until my hand fall off. So, let's go. Now remember I told y'all that we had slaves. Remember I told you that? That we was involved in that? Who remembers that? Again, hurry up, y'all, before this time runs out. Hurry up before this time run out. Because once Instagram is done, I'm going to try to get off of here. I don't need to be on here for 3 hours again with y'all. If you want to ask me a question, get on the Instagram and get on Instagram and holla. Push 1. Okay? Push 1. And don't forget, $ Sabir Bey Cash App. Or you can come over to Instagram, real Sabir Bey. Okay? So, I showed y'all that those people, what we did to Europeans first. And niggas always got to say, man, it was different form of slavery. Niggas, shut the hell up, because none of y'all was there. Shut the hell up. None of y'all was there. Only thing you're getting is what they taught you in college. Or which one of these black scholars that's running around here right now talk about, oh, brother, the slavery was different back then because, we did such and such. Get the hell out of here. Slavery, point blank, is wrong. Slavery was wrong, point blank, period. Wrong. Period. Okay? They always got to make up excuse, and then we have to drink out this thing called the trauma cup. Niggas love the trauma cup. Y'all want stuff soft. Oh, yeah, brother, but they did us wrong. Okay, you're not slaves anymore. You're free. And that's why they say slavery is a choice today, and we choose to be a slave, and we choose to be ignorant, and we choose to be stupid. Everything is a choice in life. In life, it's choices. So let's go further. And I hope, again, that y'all share this to every group that's out here. I don't want to hear nothing from them. Share this to every group you know, from Moorish Science Temple to the Nation of Islam, to the Gods of the Earth, to the radio stations, to whoever needs to hear this. If I'm wrong, I will say that I'm wrong. Period. We got to stop playing these games. Let's go forward. The first slaves held in the United States were not black. Do your research. But they were white. Do your research. Do some research. Okay? Let's do your research. Okay? Let's build. In 1670, Virginia. How many of y'all live in Virginia that knew that? In 1670, Virginia passed a law forbidding Negroes from buying white people. Why don't we know about this history? Why is this hidden? This was 51 years after the Negro had arrived in chains. The same law was repeated in 1748. Free Negroes, right, brought white people in such numbers in Louisiana that the state made a similar law in 1818. Come on, where we at? Where we at? Why don't we know this? Why don't we know this? Are we afraid to talk about this? Or you want to keep blaming the white man for everything? What'd you say? I'm trying to read what you said. Suppress the global civilization. No one in this day and age have updated footage as you do. Traveling is knowledge. Give thanks. No doubt. It is. Oh, it's so much is. But give thanks. Now, if I'm wrong, I will humbly bow down and say that I'm wrong. And I hope y'all do this one more time for me. I don't know if you can rip this and put it on YouTube. Rip this, put it in some groups. Share this out to these groups. Again, I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to keep saying it over and over. Share this to every group. And this is what's going to happen when you do this. Because of the jealousy, because of the fear, because of the truth, they will block you. If they was really trying to wake our people up, they would not block nobody's content. You follow me? They had all kinds of laws that let you know we were mixing lies. Listen. We always been doing that. What happens when you abandon your child? Your child is going to feel some type of way. That's just reality. It's reality. We got a long way to go, boy. It ain't gonna. We gonna do this to the next 4 or 5 generations, right? Talking about the white man did this, but yet you don't want to talk about the real issues at hand. I'm reading the Declaration of Human Rights. This is in. I got this from Spain. In Spain, not civil rights, human rights. Not civil rights, human rights. Okay? This book says that every child at birth is entitled. How many of y'all was taught this? Every child at birth is entitled to a name and nationality. Every child is entitled to a name and a nationality. Tell me, where's the black scholars speaking on this? Or they keep trying to tell you about the ancient black gods of Egypt. Many people is the U.S. Europe want to keep talking about you don't want me to be colored because I'm reading. We're not colored people, number one. That's long. You should come to Instagram. That's long. That's a storyboard. You should come to Instagram and entertain me on Instagram. My Instagram is real Sabir Bey. One more time. Real Sabir Bey. That got me suspended for 3 days. You should get suspended. Or y'all should start calling these frauds out. I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all should start calling these people out, G. Listen, don't make Sabir be out the bad guy. You know, I'll be like, I got knives in my back like a motherfucker, like from the Moorish Science Temple on down. Like, you got knives in your back. This is the Declaration of Human Rights, which I got in a hotel in Spain. In Spain, not over the United States, in Spain. So, let's go look. Is everybody okay? We got some more. Here go the inferiority of the so-called white man. Watch this. This is a real conversation. And I'm going to tell you something. When you travel and you know some history, besides slave talk, they'll open up to you. I'm going to keep it 100. They'll open up to you. This is a conversation. Superman the Man book. Watch this. So, the Germans in 1854, he built up a theory of inferiority of other people. These so-called, look at this, so-called inferior whites. Do y'all see that? I want y'all to see this right here. See, Pan-Africans ain't going to talk about this. Yes, you can. They're not going to bring this up. The so-called, like I said, so-called black, because you're not necessarily black. You're not black. You're not, this is black. This is white. This is black. This is white. Black, white, black, white. Let's come back over here. Let's go. So that's why we say so-called. So-called inferior whites. Do you hear white people running around talking crazy like this? Do y'all hear white people running around here talking like? Let me ask y'all a question. I need y'all to be honest with me. Y'all have to entertain me, man. Don't make it. Let's get these numbers up on Instagram. What other group of people who are running around here talking about any kind of supremacy? See, the only reason why they say if anybody speaks of white supremacy is because black folks don't know who they are. See, the one thing that they don't want you black, so-called blacks, to bring up, don't talk about nothing pertaining to a Moor. Don't talk about anything pertaining to a Moor. And if we go talk about the Moors, let's get one of these religious Moors to talk about it. Let's get a religious Moor. Islam. Woo, boy, I have fun doing this, man. I had fun doing this. My Berber. Okay, so let's move forward. The Negro himself acknowledges his racial inferiority. Let's go back. Y'all seen Frantz Fanon's book, right? Let's go to this one. Let's go back to this. The Negro himself acknowledges his racial inferiority. That's all I'm going to say. Let's move forward. I'm almost done, so hurry up and get in where you fit in. I guess 44 Rave got his answer. I guess 44 Rave got his answer on what I said about the slaves. So let me show you this one too. You ready? You ready for a little bit more? I'm watching all the way from Africa. What's up? We got Africa in the building. The barn. Is that West Africa? Yo, share this out to my people in Africa. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, we got people all the way from Africa. I think that's West Africa. I think that's West Africa. Hold up. Let's go to the back of the book. Let's see the back of the book where it says the Moors of Guinea. Y'all see that? Much respect in South Africa. What's up, South Africa in the building? We got South Africa up in this camp. So what happened? We fell because we strayed after the gods of Europe. And our people have always been open people. Always been open people. Oh, you just watched 12 Years a Slave? That was a good documentary, boy. Very good documentary. Very good. Abdul Rahman was a Moor, but he was from West Africa. Not North Africa. West. Let's come back over here. Is everybody okay? Do y'all think we want to have that conversation? Yo, I would love to come to South Africa, yo. Like I said, I'm speaking in K1 University in November. K1 University is in November. Peace from... We got Ghana in the building, too? Oh, my God. Peace, Ghana. We got Ghana in the building, too. Man, we got our African brothers on here, man. Ghana in the building. We got West South Africa in the building. Damn. From Nigeria. Yeah, you talking about the Prince Among Slaves? Yeah. We got, man. Shout out to the fam, man. We got everybody on this camp. Do y'all know about Ibn Khaldun? Please, Sabir. Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, what's good? I need y'all to share these videos out. Do you know Zimbabwe was just colonized? Ask my brother on here. He's from Africa. It's good. See, these are the people. I want y'all brothers to do me a favor while you're on here from South Africa and Ghana. Hit me up on my email, Sabir Bey. Sabir Bey, Sabirbey, Sabirbey, radio@gmail.com. Okay? SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. My brother from South Africa and my brother from Ghana. Also, check out my YouTube channel, Sabir Bey. Sabirbey. All right? Africa is one. It's only one Africa. No, it's back on. We back on. The time runs out on Instagram, but we back on Instagram. It's back up. This is the Moorish Castle in Portugal. You see that? Moorish Castle in Portugal. Where's my Portuguese book at? And I'm glad my brothers are here from these different places, so we can actually have this conversation. This is the newspaper to help y'all out. The Moors, original Medic tribes of Berber and Hamitites in northern Africa. They was dark-skinned, sometimes almost black, but often displaying the olive hue complexion of certain of the Caucasian people. And Caucasian don't mean white people. I didn't travel under a year. It's been about 2 years. About 2 years. So it's called diligence. This is what I do. I don't buy cars and stuff like that. This is me inside the mosque in Turkey. The same mosque that Malcolm X was in. The same mosque that Malcolm X was in. Tunis. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, people. That's Ibn Khaldun right there. This is in Tunis. Why you pissed? That's in Tunis. So I'm doing my work on him. Okay? So I have a whole book written on all of these philosophers. So that's Ibn Khaldun, which is the father of sociology. Listen, people, we got to start questioning these people, yo. Again, we got brothers on here right now from Ghana, and we have brothers on here from West Africa. Brother, did you know that tribe people, when we say Umotu, we mean I come from Nutu? Really? I didn't know that, bro. I was a god in Egypt. Wow. Y'all see that? Wow. That's crazy. We got South Africans up on this camp. Now, if I'm saying something wrong, because I'm Zulu too. We all Zulus, baby. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. We all the same people. All right? All the same people. This is what we do, baby. Africa is one. It is many different shades in Africa. So stop letting these people lie to you and separate your people up. The only people that's confused is people that run around calling themselves black people. This is in Tangiers. That's the beach in Tangiers. The Rock of Gibraltar is over there. Over there. Tangiers. Strap up. Let me show y'all some more. Be with me. That's my sister, boy. Yo, you can't play with your yo. This is my brother Zaid. This is my brother Zaid from Tunis. I gave him the picture of the Moorish chief right there, y'all. If you're not familiar with the Moorish chief, I suggest y'all looking up. This is in Tunis. This is my brother who was taking me around everywhere, and I didn't have to spend nothing when I was there with him. This is my brother. And I gave him that as a gift, the picture of the Moorish chief. He said, when you come back to my house in Tunis, this is going to be hung up. Zaid. Don't get it twisted, y'all. We gotta do better, and we have to support those people. And I would love to come to Ghana. I would love to come to South Africa. Senegal, I'll be there in September. Senegal. Ooh, that's gonna be crazy. These are my Senegalese brothers right here. In Casablanca. In Little Africa. Yes, September. So in July, I'll be back overseas, though. I might not even come back yet. I got to see how I'm going to work it. But July, God willing, I'm out in July. If anybody wants to support, I'm going to take a couple of people with me. Again, please understand what sponsorship is, people. Everybody sponsors nonsense. Like Nike sponsor people, Adidas sponsor people, sponsor people. Know what sponsor is. You can sponsor by going to Sabir Bey Cash App or SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. You never saw the Moorish Chief? It's old. You never saw that picture of the Moorish Chief? Really? This is my brother when I was up in the Atlas Mountains. I gave him do you see what book he holding in his hand? You see that book he holding in his hand? The Moors after Spain. This is in the Atlas Mountains in Morocco. That's the symbol I got on my neck. That represents free people. Oh, I'll show you. I'll show it to you real fast, okay? And do me a favor, share this out, Oscar. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to run through this real fast so y'all can see all of this, okay? This is in the Carthaginian ruins, the Phoenicians, which is us too. Carthage. And I have mad photos. If you want to cop the photos from here, people, y'all can holler at me. Cop the photos. I do have some of these for sale. Carthage. This is in Tunis. That's my book right there. Y'all can look that book up too. It's so much history, man, we need to know. Look this book up, Rome and Carthage. I took that book with me. Whew. This is the Amazigh symbol right there. I bought it in the Atlas Mountains. Free people. So let me show my brother the Moorish Chief real fast. That book costs a lot of money. Yes, it does. I told y'all, I don't buy cars, man. For what? Here's the Moorish Chief. Matter of fact. This, and you could probably get it online too. There it is right there. Look how much it costs. $159. $142. This is the most famous painting in the Philadelphia Art Museum in Philly. This is the most famous painting in the Philadelphia Art Museum right here. You see the fez. You see that fez? This is the oil painting. You see that fez? This is oil painting, right? From the 1800s. Let me show y'all where this is at in Philadelphia, which y'all need to take your children in. I would like to do a tour there too. That says in the Philadelphia Art Museum. You see that? $1848. The Moorish Chief, 1878. We should be giving tours up in this motherfucker. Do y'all think? What y'all think? Do y'all think we should be giving tours in there? On that? Raise your hand if y'all think so. How many people would put up money to do that? Woo! We should be doing tours up at that camp, G. Man, we should be doing tours up in that camp. I told y'all, I have so much information. When I was over there, my brother Amadeus Christ said, don't give everything to everybody. He said, you have $1 billion worth of information, Sabir. $1 billion. So if you want to book me, book me. Real Sabir Bey. Again, real Sabir Bey Radio at gmail.com is the email. Sabir, do not inbox me. Email me with your whole layout. Email me with your down payment. That's the only way it's going to roll out. Don't promise me something later on, but if you want to make that happen, let's set that up. Real, it's Sabir Bey Radio at gmail.com is the email. I do have a Patreon. If you want to go to the Patreon for some of the footages I have up there and the photos, please go to Sabir Bey, the Sabir Bey Show on Patreon. One more time. The Sabir Bey Show on Patreon, and you will see some of the videos and some of my footage when I was over there. Okay? I can only do what I can, people, and I can't do it because I'm not a rich person. I'm not on here ripping people off. I'm not on here lying to you. I'm not on here talking about white supremacy. So I need y'all all to support 10, 20, 30, 50, $100, whatever you want to donate. It all goes to a good cause. Because what happens when I travel, data costs, internet costs, hotels costs. Okay, people? I just need y'all to understand that. So look at it as sponsorship. Where my brother at from South Africa? Look at this. Where my brother from South Africa at? What shirt I got on right there? That says Zulu. Zulu, baby. Zulu. Kustahapo. Zulu. Zulu. So, oops. I just need y'all to understand, traveling costs a lot. It costs a hell of a lot. This is where the Treaty of Peace and Friendship was at, y'all. Bear with me 1 second. Let me show y'all this too before we go. This is the first U.S. Embassy in Tangiers. It's for all the Moors that talk about the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. This is where it was at. You see that? And I have footages on it too. I have footage. Okay? Footage on all of this. That's me outside the Legionnaire. This is where the Treaty of Peace and Friendship between the United States and Morocco, because that was the first U.S. embassy ever. Okay? The first U.S. embassy. You see what's behind me? Star Spangled Banner. This is not the United States. This is in Morocco. And this is me walking through Tangiers. That's Granada. The Alhambra, or the Red House. I told you I represent everywhere I go. This is in Cordoba. The biggest mosque in Cordoba. So people don't want to pay for that kind of information. You don't want to pay for that. What I'm showing y'all here is nothing compared to what I filmed when I was there. So a lot of things going to have to work because I'm doing a mini series. I'm doing a lot, y'all. A little mini series and all of that. And none of this stuff is free. I can't tell these people to do something for free. I did a little research on cook, wifey. I have some family that grew up and they're able to. Okay, so if you want to support, you want to sponsor, let's make it happen. Okay, this is the beautiful Alhambra. Y'all listen to that lady that did the documentary Tales of the Alhambra, but I am in the Alhambra and I'm the Moor. But y'all don't want to back the person who is the Moor that actually would go there and give you the real history. But you keep talking about the documentary that the European put together. But you don't want to talk to the person or back the person who really is doing the work. And this is not one time. This is many times I've been over there. And I supposed to left the 23rd of this month. The 23rd of this month I supposed to left. Because of all this, it's not happening. But I am going to be on the East Coast early next month. So get your ducats together. Don't say you got one question for me. Put some money together. You want me to come down to Maryland, D.C., wherever you at, Baltimore, wherever you at. Email me a whole layout plan, and there is a down payment for a lecture. Unless you're a big sponsor that want to put up $500 to $1,000 to $1,500 to make this happen, I'll respond, and we'll get somebody to respond to you, okay? Moors. Give me 1 second. A dark race, not dark religion. Peace.
Hold on real quick, Jay.
Dark race, not dark religion.
What's up with you?
Peace, fam. What's good?
Oh yeah, man. I'll be looking at your page, man. That shit be like really inspiring me and stuff, bro. Like, feel me? You be putting me on a lot of game though. Like, I just had to like tap in, feel me? Keep on, feel me?
Give thanks, man. And listen, our job, brothers, is to inspire each other. And that's what it is. It's to inspire. That's it. Can you hear me? Okay, it just cut off. Let me get my brother back on here. Oh, and that course too, because my phone. Hold on, let me get my brother back up on this camp real quick. Let's get the brother back on. And I hope everybody on here supports. I just wonder, do you ever... Let me see. Where's my brother at? Is he back on here? Where's my brother at? If you back on, brother, let me know. My phone died. I got that whack iPhone 7 and an iPhone 10, and it just cut off. Let me see if my brother's back. Is the brother back on here? Let's see. And anybody wants to come on Instagram, feel free to come on Instagram, man. Okay, let me see my brother. I just wonder, do you ever... Peace. It was good.
So I wanted to draw back to a point I was referring to earlier when I referred to how some people will proclaim that Africans, the Moors enslaved Africans.
Well, you said it right the first time. Africans did it. We did it, period. I'm going to show you a book. Bear with me.
Okay.
I already showed you what it was. I showed you the Moorish slaves. And I showed you the Moorish Negro. The Negro replaced the Moorish slave. I showed you that. But 1 second.
Yes.
Dude, I'm not going to get too much into this, but I will have to. You should get this book and look it up.
What book is that?
Can you hold on? Let me do it this way.
It's backwards.
I know it is. I'm on my tablet now, so the tablet is a little different than my phone, brother. Because I'm flip flopping. My phones be dying, and I still come back for more with y'all.
Okay. King historiography.
Sedekata.
Okay.
City out of Kita. In this book, brother, it's a lot of stuff inside here, bro, about slavery. Oh, brother. About how certain stuff was forbidden. It was a lot. It's a whole... Let me see if I can find it real fast. I'll probably do a video on this one day. I don't know if I do it on my Patreon or not. Give me the page. Give me 1 second. Let me find it for you real fast. Oh, brother, this book is bananas right here, man. I wasn't... See how you don't be wanting to go pull stuff out, and it's like indigenous Dogons. Give me 1 second. I can't use my tablet at the same time because I wasn't going to pull this out. But I can't... My tablet won't let me do it. We on Facebook. It's better for me to show it on Facebook. But let me just show you the book. Just get the book, brother. If you can get the book, try to find the book and read it, and we can have a discussion on it.
All right.
There's so much inside that book.
I wrote down your email, so I'll email you if I have any more questions. Is that okay?
Well, I do one-on-ones, brother. I do one-on-ones, and like I tell people, I'll come in your city or town. You can book me in your city or your town. I'll come. I'm gonna be on the East Coast next month. Speaking before, because I'm supposed to be back overseas on the 20. Actually, the 22nd I'm supposed to left, but it ain't happening right now.
I'm staying in Indianapolis right now, so.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. You know, but but it's a lot of like misinformation floating around out here about the Moors and slavery, and I'm like, dude, every last one of those people that talk about that, they know who I am. They just don't bring my name up because what happened? They go to Moors that don't know the history, and then it's feed into the Islamism. I don't feed into that. I know, and I was at these places, and they told me what took place. So it's today, like I said, a lot of our people are selling our people out today. You got cops that's brothers. They say, nigga, I ain't your brother. They got cops that sell you out. Politicians sell you out. City council members sell you out. Attorneys sell you out. It's no different. Are they African? Are they black? Yeah, they black, right? So you can't say, all of us did it because we're doing it today. So when people put that tag or say Moors did it, yeah, the Moors did it because you are that Moor that they're talking about.
Right.
You're the Moor that they're talking about.
Yeah, when I was studying philosophy and Africana studies, because I took an African studies class back when I was in school before they shut school down, and my teacher referred to how most Africans were enslaving other Africans as well as white people, and he got into contact with that too.
Get this
and
book.
And he showed us a video about Abdul Rahman, but he didn't mention he was a Moor, though.
Yes, he did.
That's what I was kind of like surprised by.
If you read the book, this is why people understand. You got to read the book. It's in the book. You got to understand how they purposely. Hold on, I'm going to show it to you, fam. Give me 1 minute. They purposely keep it out of the damn movie. What the hell? They keep it out purposely. The whole book talks about that. So... when you're doing, if you're not authentic doing a film, It's not going to be put in. And this is why they say sometimes documentaries are better. But if you can read between the lines, you would understand it.
Yeah.
You can't read between the lines. So they're not going to talk about his more. But this is what they said. Because of the people in Morocco, they were darker. I was in Morocco many times. Many times. I'm always in Morocco, from Casablanca, Tangiers, Marrakesh, Rabat, Fez, you name it. So we're there, right? But what happened, they're not going to say that because the connection. So in the documentary, they was writing to the Sultan of Morocco. But he wasn't from Morocco. He was from Benin in West Africa. That's where he was from. This book talks about it. And this is why this book, Portuguese in West Africa, the professor had this at TSU. And what the professor said, oh, no, we can't come out of this book because our school is a conservative school. She told the student that. So if you read the book, you will understand, because the slave trade didn't start with Arabs. It started with Portuguese and Spanish. That's why I went to Portugal to find out what was going on. I was in Portugal. I was going to every last one of these places to find out what was going on and what was happening. And when you sit with those people, they start telling you stuff. They start saying, yeah, oh, you know. Oh, you know what's going on. So we get over here, you be like, nigga, y'all, I be running from black folks over here. I be like, nigga, y'all scaring me. Because it's crazy because you're not getting it. Yeah. It's insane. How we don't know. You said you was in school for philosophy. Have you?
No, I studied a little bit of philosophy, and then I referred to Africana studies when I was in class.
I'm going to tell you one you should study. Have you ever heard of Averroes?
No, I have not. I heard you refer to him when you were on the live with 19 Keys, though.
He was from Cordoba, but he went up into Morocco. Averroes was a Moorish philosopher. See, people don't tell our people this kind of stuff, because if you got this information, it would start empowering you. Right. That's what it would do. So, oh no, you ain't do nothing but slave. Y'all was slaves. That's all y'all was. No, y'all. And that's why the young sister 16 was on here. She was saying, she said, they only teaching about slavery and civil rights. And then you watch these videos on YouTube who don't know the history. These cats on YouTube and Instagram don't know the history. And they be spurred. Yeah, the Moors were slaves. Moors enslaved Africans. Nigga, they the same people. Moors are Africans. We enslaved each other. And we enslaving each other to this day, from the education system to the laws to everything that's out here today. It's just modernized. If they can kill you, they would kill you today. These so-called black people. I grew up in Philly where cops used to say, nigga, you say, come on, brother. Be like, nigga, I'm not your brother. Right. That's what brothers would say that. Nigga, I ain't your brother. It's the same thing, bruh. Right. We going through the same bull, bruh. It's like we don't get it, and we keep focusing on talking about what we did back then. Back then, they threatened their families. Back then, we wanted a benefit from somebody. Look at it right now. We want benefits. That's why we're not telling the truth about anything. Yeah. They want a benefit. Yeah. And it's the saying that the devil offers you nothing or something, and you accept it. Think of the brother again. I want this brother to come back on here again. But yeah, man, we just got to dig deeper, man. Yeah, I got you. I got you. So definitely. How about the seminar freedom, which is my part? I got family that's seminars. It's all the same people. It's all the same people. In Ethiopia, they have this group called the Gala and the Gullah. Understand the languages, the Gala and the Gullah. You have to study language. Is very important. This is why people you look at in India look just like people in Ethiopia. People in Ethiopia, all these people are looking the same. Yeah. So when we were moving around from place to place, Ibn Battuta, one of the greatest travelers, why don't we know about Ibn Battuta? His place, his burial was actually, I think it was in Tangiers when I was there. Yeah, that's in West Africa or it's North Africa. Northern Africa. Okay. It's all Africa. All this information is out here, brother. But the thing is that it's like when I'm listening to these scholars, or want to be scholars, I don't even call these YouTube cats scholars. I'm gonna be real with you, bro, because I'm trying to figure out. I ain't saying nothing unless I thoroughly researched it. And this is why I said I would challenge anybody on any level of this game. Right. And that's why they don't never break my name up and nothing. They be like, no, we gonna act like he don't exist. The best way to do it, ignore him. Yeah. Yes, he was a Berber. Yes, he was a Berber, and we are the Berbers. Hold up. Yep. We are the Berbers. We are the Berbers. Yes, we are. And when you're there, you will actually hear them talk about that. Yo, this history, like I said, goes so far, bruh. It's so deep. And we are taught about Marco Polo. Exactly. Look, somebody said we're taught about Marco Polo, but you know nothing about Ibn Battuta. I said that when I was over there. Look up. You can go online, brother. I'm dead serious. Look up Ibn Battuta. Just go online, just watch his story, and then tell me who that sound like. Everything that he was doing, I was doing by natural. It's like it's me. Like I was doing it without even knowing who this man was. So by the time I got over there, the nickname was given to me by people from Tunis and Morocco. They were calling me Ibn Battuta the whole time. If Zaid was on here from Tunis, he called me the modern day Ibn Battuta. Zaid, he's from Tunis. So if you looked up Ibn Battuta and seen his journey, and even when he had a vision, like people kept asking me, why did you go to Spain first? Right? I said I had a vision. My vision. And why did I go to Turkey? I had a vision. Something led me there. It wasn't that I wanted to go. It was cold. I'm like, nigga, I'm going to go. Like, I had a vision. I was sitting in, I'm trying to remember where I was at. I don't know if I was in London, France. I'm trying to remember where I was at the time. And I said, you know what? Let me book a flight and go to Turkey. I didn't know what the hell expect going to Turkey. I went by myself. Everywhere I was going, I was by myself. So it was something I saw and I felt that I said, let me go to these places to see for myself. Ibn Battuta. B-A... Hold on, give me 1 second. If you punch in Ibn Battuta, this should B-A-T-T-U. If you misspell it wrong, it's still going to pop up. Ibn Battuta. I-B-N. Ibn means son. Ibn means son. So if you look at the YouTube of this man, like I said, I have so many lectures I can talk about him. I got lectures I can build on Ibn Sina, or I can have a lecture on Averroes. I can have, brother, I've been writing so much down in these books on these philosophers. And that's
how long have you been on this study?
I've been
in philosophy
studying,
particularly.
Well, you know the funny thing is, I always was in philosophy but didn't know it. That was the funny thing about it. This is the craziest. This is the crazy. It's like because with me, because I came out of Catholicism, I came out of the Nation of Islam, I came out of Sunni Islam.
Right.
But by nature, something was questioning all of that. Like literally, I swear to God, I'm gonna give you a little like how it was with me. I went to the Nation of Islam, but I wasn't rocking with it because it was too strict. This is just me. Did I get in Sunni Islam? I didn't agree with it because I'm like, dude, I'm not an Arab. That was my makeup, right? And I would question why you wearing a beard, right? I'm from Philly. You know, niggas they say freeway beards, the Sunni beards, right? I would question that. I didn't agree with having multiple wives. I didn't agree with that either. So it was things that with me, and then I started questioning the creator. Like, damn, well, who created you? You know, I was doing stuff by nature. Like, my mom created me, so the only God I know is my mom. You follow me? So, you know, then I used to say, people would say, well, brother, we got to deal with the hereafter. I said, yeah, listen to what you said. Here and after. You didn't say afterlife. You said here and after. So let's deal with here and then after. So I would do stuff like this, right? So I was already in it, but didn't know it was in me. You follow me? So I would question everything. And the key was that in philosophy, it's like even Karl Marx talks about this too.
Definitely.
He talks about this, about philosophy. Now he said to change it because philosophers have always been threats to religion.
Yeah.
Philosophy has always been threats to religion and free thinkers. So what I said to people is like, I don't want to debate nobody about religion. If you want to debate, let's have a debate with philosophy and religion that we can build. Philosophy versus religion. Let's talk about that one. See, they don't want to handle that one. You don't want to deal with philosophy. So when I started digging and traveling, I started studying like Averroes. I said, yo, this dude, I sat in Barcelona University library, dude. I'm going through all his books and they all thrown on the floor. And I'm sitting on the floor in Barcelona. Like, this is crazy. Like, questioning the existence of God. And I'm like, yo, this is up my alley. I'm rocking with this.
Yeah.
You know, and then that took me back to KRS-One when he talked about my philosophy. Like, think about it. It's really in all of us. But a lot of us want to deal with
the
dogma.
educational part has to bring it out.
Exactly. So I didn't go to school for philosophy. It was already in me. It was things that I seen that was natural. Like I dealt with nature. Like I was dealing with it, dude, because I see it. Think about it. It's crazy, brother. So it wasn't something that I wanted to get into. It's something that drew me to it. It's something that drew me to go to these particular places by myself. I went in places when people would say, brother, why are you there? Like, are you serious? Like, I had Smalls call me up on the phone like, nigga, are you crazy? You over there by yourself? I had Smalls, Kaba, All of them hit me up, say, dude, are you serious, bro? You sitting in it, and I'm chilling. I'm in Tunis, sitting with all the cats in Tunis like this, drinking coffee. You know, like, and they giving me history. You know what I mean? They giving me knowledge on the history. They like, dude, where you from? I'm like, where you think I'm from? And they would always say, if I'm in Morocco, they'll say Turkey or Tunis or something, right? Or Egypt or Jamaica.
Never said Philly.
They would never say anything about the United States, bro, until you talk. So I'm not over here in fancy hotels. I'm sitting sitting with the Kurdish people in Turkey. I'm in the Kurds. I ain't know about the Kurds like that, bro. I'm live, and the dude behind me, my boy from Tunis, he said, yo, don't get into politics with them, dude. He said, they try to see where you gonna go. Mind you, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
But them niggas like to cut you up. Ain't no gun shooting over there, nigga. They putting you in body bags. So it was weird, but it was an experience that I was going through. And it was, and I didn't stay there for days. I stayed there for weeks. Literally everywhere I went at, I stayed there for weeks, like getting dug into, so I can know the culture.
Right.
So I can feel the culture. And everywhere I've been there, I was embraced by everybody. Everybody where I went. When I gave up my Airbnb in Tunis, I chilled at my boy's house. He's from Philly, but he's from Tunis. He's in Philly. He said, no, go to my family house. They got a room for you. I said, really? I gave up my Airbnb, went over there. And if you saw where I was at, it looked like bombs over Baghdad. It wasn't that type of neighborhood, bro. It's like the type of neighborhood, like, I keep saying this to people, 90 Bronx. 80 Bronx. But it was so crazy. But I learned so much, and I've learned from the cultures of people and how they embrace you. You know, how they would bring you in and asking me questions about so-called black people in America. They were asking me, why do they let them do this to them? Why do they let that happen? Why do they let this happen? And what I found out, a lot of Africans have been selling our people out for the longest, and we still doing it to this day.
Yeah.
You follow me? It's still happening, man. And it's a shame when you come back, you see it, and they say, we have not moved nowhere yet. You keep talking about the cracker and the white man, but you in their schools, you using their, their cars, their gas. If you understood the history for real, none of it is theirs. It's really yours.
Right.
If you understood it. You follow me? So I tell people, invest in their children and invest in their future, not in their college. Because our knowledge goes way beyond college, brother. Them Europeans will bring their children to sit at the feet of the Moors. That's what they were doing. But these cats in this conscious community are ignoring all of it. And this is why we still suffering to this day, because we don't have the heart or the balls to talk about it, or they need to bring somebody on who knows the history about what's going on.
Yeah.
This is crazy, brother. It's no, and it's like it hurts. Yes, and Libya is selling us right now. Do you know that? Do you know that's for real in Libya? Can I tell you what happened when I was in Turkey? Do you know that they was taking ships and stuff to go to Turkey? So y'all don't know about this. Before I left Turkey, they was sending military over to Libya. And don't call somebody from Turkey a European. You might get killed. And don't call somebody from Morocco or Tunis an Arab, because you might get killed there too. See, this is the problem when we get caught up in the color code caste system that we don't understand. It's a caste system we're in. Because you got people over there look just like you and I in Turkey too. So what happens, slavery is still happening. In Ethiopia, slavery ended in 1940s. In 1940s, slavery ended. And it's still going on to this day. So it's about tribalism with the intervention with Europeans. Yo, what black person can we give to go against this one? And it was still happening. You better go see Lawrence of Arabia. Go watch that movie, Lawrence of Arabia.
Is it Lawrence of Arabia?
Yeah, go watch that old movie.
All right.
Peep that whole movie, that scenario that was going on in there. Lawrence of Arabia. And peep it. It's still happening to this day.
Yeah.
It's still happening. So when people put up these things and talk about what's going on in Libya, where's your facts at on that? I'm a fact checker.
Yeah, I use scholarship for everything that I do.
Yeah, you can't tell me something that you posted up, because niggas love sensationalism. That's what black folks like. They love sensationalism, and they will make something be something that it's not. I'm going to say this again. They will make something be something that it's not because you saw a poster. You follow me? So I don't buy into that. unless you went there yourself and you saw it, you really can't talk about it. Because because the news that you get over here is not the same news. I could tell you some stuff right now, how we treating each other. Not the white man, but I could keep telling you, they always got one of us. They have to get one of us involved. They have to get one of us involved. We don't say nothing. None of these black cops are saying anything with the cops, white cops shoot our people down in the street. Do they? How many cops do you see protesting? How many black cops are stopping our people from doing that? White people from doing that.
Even when Obama was in office, he had a position for himself to even implement some type of I guess you would say case study to infiltrate for the cases that were against black individuals that were killed by the police officers.
But he's one, and I don't blame him. My thing is like, it takes more than one person.
Yeah.
You know, it takes more than one. We talk about everybody, from school teachers down to preachers, down to everybody. And we're not talking about marching on no civil rights. Civil rights are unconstitutional. I'm going to say this again. Civil rights are unconstitutional, and it's actually under this word called the color of law. It appears to be that, but it's not. You appear to be black, but you're not. That's the color of law. You appear to be that, but you're not black. That's a fact. Get your scholars on here. Prove me wrong. I told y'all to do a test with your child. Grab a little child under 10 years old. Let's do a challenge on that and have something brown and something black. And then tell me which one are you. So the grown people can see the difference between black and brown. And then they'll say, oh, no, we're not talking about complexion. Then what the hell are we talking about then? If we're not talking about complexion, then you tell me what the hell are we talking about then? Is it a state of mind? Is it a state of mind? Because you got grown folks on here calling themselves minorities. So now is it about numbers or the state of mind again? Because if it's more of us than them, then goddamn. Because I know it's more of us than them.
Yeah.
So is it because you calling yourself black? Or is it because you calling yourself African American? Which one is it? Because that's, if you notice, that's we are the only people that go through that. African American, I'm black, I'm Negro.
Yeah, I kind of used that connotation when I was in sociology, and a lot of people didn't like my deterrence, I guess I could say, when I called myself either African or African American.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, that's crazy too, because you're not that. Because African-American, which means when you hyphen anything, number one, it denotes what's on the other side of that.
Right.
So civil rights is only from discrimination. That's it. That's it. Discrimination. Nothing more, nothing less. We all discriminate every day. You discriminate what you're going to eat. You know, discriminate who you're going to talk to. Be like, I don't know if I'm going to talk to her. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to wear those sneakers or those sneakers. You're discriminating, right? That's called discrimination. So even down to the term dictatorship. When people saying people are dictators, this government is dictatorship. Y'all don't think so, though. If you don't do this, this is what's going to happen. That's called dictatorship, just in case y'all don't know that. If you don't sign a ticket and a cop threatens you, which is a violation of Title 18, subsection 23, 30, 41, and one of them, it talks about domestic terrorism, which is harmful to human life. That's a total violation. That's dictatorship. But you don't know what dictatorship is. I'm a dictator to my children. I can tell them what to do and they get mad at me. That's called dictatorship.
Yeah.
You follow me? So we take these words and not knowing what they truly mean. It's all dictatorship. You follow me? But they make you think somebody over here is a dictator when you got a dictating government right here. What do you call the white man? They're not white. They're Europeans.
Yeah.
Let me help you out, because somebody asked me this question. They're Irish, French, Dutch. Help me out. Which one? That's who they are. They're not white people. Not by far. They're not white people. There's no such thing as white people. There's no such thing as black people. I really enjoyed the video you were in. Oh, the reparations. I did a video at UDC on reparations. It's on YouTube, though. It's called Reparations 101. I was at the University of D.C., and I didn't even bury my mom that day, and I was at UDC talking about reparations. And y'all can find it on YouTube. Sabir Bey on reparations, UDC. That's University of District of Columbia. And it was in 2008. 2008, and I was speaking on reclamations instead of reparations. I said we need to reclaim what's underneath our feet, period. Because the reality is nobody went to war with black people. That's what I said. Nobody went to war with black people. Name some people that went to war with black people. They didn't. Now I can tell you who you can look up. You can look up Charles Martel.
Yeah.
Or you can Google him. Charles the Hammer. Charles the Hammer. And that's why I went to France. Dude, I was going all over, dude. Everywhere these places that I was going, this is why I went there. So what I did, I went to find out about Charles the Hammer, who put the hammer down on the Moors. If you punch in Charles the Hammer and Moors, it'll pop right up. See, Europeans are taught this kind of stuff.
All right.
Europeans are taught this. We're not taught this. So what he did, he put the hammer down on the Moors. That was the breaking point of the Moors. Then 1492, over. Everything started after 1492.
Yeah.
Everything. It was the fall of the Moors. I wish I could see your civics classes in full. My mind was blown after that. I thought I knew some things. It is what it is, man. I told you I could start a class, but who's going to put up money like that? Maybe I need to come up with a scam. I need a scam to come up with, bro, to get a lot of money. I'm going to act like I'm Umar Johnson and say I'm opening up a school.
Pull that one?
Yeah, I will open up a school.
Yeah.
You know, and the funny thing is that I was doing this before Umar Johnson came on the scene. That's the funny. That's people don't even know that I was doing this before him. But see, y'all don't realize how people, when you're really in this work, brother, you in this work, bro. You don't focus on that, man. You don't get caught up in the glitz and glamour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, brother, I just say let's keep pushing, man. Let's keep pushing. And just, you know, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you don't have to condemn a dirty glass of water. Put a clean one up besides a dirty glass. That's like hip hop. You challenge. What did Eminem do? You won, he won. Then let the crowd choose that motherfreaker. The problem is with these conscious dudes, they scared to death. They block my videos with everybody. No, that's Sabir. He's making too much sense.
All right.
He said it was. He said, yeah. That was slimy. Slimy. What was slimy? Because what I said.
I guess the bash against Umar.
It ain't a bash against him. It's just that people don't understand what gullible is. It's not a bash. And if you think that's what it is, you can come on my Instagram too, and I'll explain it to you a little deeper. I will explain it to you a little deeper.
So what?
It's not a bash on him.
I don't mean to cut you off, but what is your I guess you can say your context position on for Dr. Umar Johnson, but I guess you could say progress against Pan-Africanism.
I don't have nothing against Pan-Africanism. That's the thing about it, because we are Pan-African. This is the Pan-African colors right here. Yep. This is the original Pan-African colors. So I am a Pan-African. You follow me? It's not that. But you got to be truthful to yourself. You have to be truthful. And when you see things, you have to be honest with yourself. And some of these cats that's conscious are not honest with themselves. Their ego is too big.
Right.
I saw him on many occasions. I still would reach out to him. If I could probably pull up my phone, if I show you, I got his number. Don't get it twisted, G.
Yeah, and it's nothing against him. I have against him. I just wanted to get some type of
No. People ask me all the time about them brothers, and I'll be like, I have nothing against them. They got something against me. I have nothing against none of them. Nothing. It's just that I understand the game.
Yeah.
If anybody else watch any interview, when people interview me about certain individuals, I say when they ask me what's your thoughts on them, I'll be like, I don't have none, but I have to tell the truth on what it is, and I have to see that. When people see me in my travels. People said to me, even when I was in Canada, Umar Johnson owed them money. They told me this in London. They told me this in Canada. They tell me this all over when I'm traveling. They told me about Polite when I'm traveling. They told me he better never come to Louisiana. I'm hearing this. But it's my job to tell y'all this. It's not that I'm a bad guy. I'm just telling y'all, and you think I'm lying, talk to somebody from those areas. It's not to condemn these brothers. But sometimes people, listen, you have to produce something for the masses of the people. And if you don't know something, you just fall back and say, I don't know. You follow me? I'm not against anybody. I love Asir the Duke of Tears. I knew Asir for over probably 18 years. See, real brothers who's putting this information out don't get that light or get that finances. That's the problem. Sensationalism. What Duke of Tears is doing, what Taj is doing, what certain individuals are doing is really purely from the heart, and I can feel it, and I know them, and they stayed on that path. Those are the people who don't get that type of shine. You follow me? The ones
Yeah.
that get to talk about sensationalism or the cracker or the white man and this, they the ones that people go to because people don't understand what real scholarship is.
Yeah.
You follow me? That's the
Yeah.
reality. And you think you talking negative, and it's not negative. It's just you call a spade, God damn it. It is what it is. Let's stop playing. So if they're wrong, they're wrong. Y'all know that they're wrong. Y'all just don't have the heart to tell them that they're wrong. But sometimes you need somebody to pull your damn coat and say, dude, that's not right. And y'all know what them brothers are doing. It's not right. Period. Nobody runs around and brag about being the big papa. Who does that? You don't do stuff like that. I'm the most consistent. If you're the most consistent, you don't ask people to go find you a place. If you're the most requested, people request you. Do you understand what request means? You don't say find me a spot. The spots will find you. You don't name yourself. Like they said, you don't name yourself. People name you. I didn't name myself Sabir. I didn't name myself the fifth element of hip hop, which was the hip hop. That was given to me by the pioneers of hip hop. I didn't name myself the ambassador of the Moors. That was given to me. I don't name myself. It has to be given to you. It has to be by your actions, not because you're trying to look for fame. Sabir Bey don't look for fame. Sabir Bey says, I don't care if you follow him because I'm not looking for followers. This is the real. And I know they're not used to this type of conversation. And I say, if I'm wrong about anything that I'm saying, then check me.
Yeah.
Umar sounds like a crooked preacher. It is what it is. I'm not here for that. It is what it is. That's how y'all feel. Y'all got to tell him that. That's not Sabir. That's not me for me to condemn him like that. I'm only here if he's willing to listen. I'm here to help him.
Yeah.
Not to condemn him. It's to help him. Because some people don't want to be helped.
Yeah, I actually not to digress into the different conversation, but I actually really enjoy his work. He actually was kind of like I guess you could say a motivation for me to pursue school psychology before he started to detour into his other works.
There you go. You follow me? So he has his goods. So I was taught to bring out the good in people, but I also say watch out for shiesty people. I do say that too. Yeah. Let's just keep it 100. Watch out for people. If somebody's not producing something for you, you got to be very careful. You know. Hold on 1 second, bro. I wish you can go on URD 96.1 FM Black. I used to do radio on there. What? I did. Somebody just told my word. I did. Do you understand that I did word since 2003? I was on WRD since 2003 to 2009. What the heck? And I still do it sometimes with David Barnes. I've been in radio for 16 years. 16 years. Hold on, let me see something. He said, I wish. Let me just show you one. I'm going to show you one of these joints. This is an old radio show from 2005. This is a radio show. This is Civil Alert with the ex-DEA agent on it. My show was called Civil Alert. 2005. I've been on radio, man, for a very long time. I got masters. I have over 4,000 to 5,000 masters of radio show. I did WKDU also. Just because it's a black radio station don't mean anything. Because let me tell you something. Because they talking about word. I was doing WRD before there was cameras in the room. Right? So I started the radio show. Again, I never went to school for this. I engineered my own show. I produced my show. I want y'all to understand how hard this is. I produced my show, engineered my show, and hosted my show, right? So when you're in the studio, you got to watch the boards, answer the phones, play the music. Yeah. So before cameras came into the room, Brother Shafiq started the show with me. We came on as a guest. That's how I got into every radio show. KDU, I did WKDU in Philly. Hip hop, you can go online and look that up too. You can punch in Sabir Bey on URD or Sabir Bey on WKDU. You'll see all the shows. You can punch in Sabir Bey, LA Talk Live. You can punch in Sabir Bey. What's the other? Roscoe's. This Roscoe's had a radio station too. But before the cameras came into the room, we were in there, right? So they would think Shafiq was me, because Shafiq was always wearing the one that was dressed up. I used to have a V-neck T-shirt on with sweatpants on, my pants leg rolled up, right? So they thought that Shafiq was me speaking because we didn't have cameras in the room. So as time started going on, Shafiq left 2 years into the radio. So what happened, now by this time we had sheriffs on that show, police on the show, city council members on the show, politicians on the show. So they would get mad at me and called me in a room one day and said, they said, yeah, Sabir, we heard you talking about the radio. Thank you, RMC. My sister Jaquetta put it up there, RMC, out here in LA. So they called me in the room and said, Sabir, we heard you talking about the radio station. I said, who? Because I would be against, again, remember I told you I'm a free thinker. So now I'm against everybody, politicians. I did newspaper called Civil Alert too. So they said, you got to stop talking about the radio station. What did the hell I do when I sat in that studio? The most powerful tool is that mic. So I go into the studio. Now they got a board up there now in WRD, because when I go back, it's a board up there now. So I get in the studio getting ready for the show. First thing I said when I got on the air, let me tell you what they just told me in the room. Now this time everybody's looking at me through the window. Because it'd be another room that you would actually engineer in, like you would put stuff together, right? So they looked at me in the room and they said, everybody was looking at me. They told me I was talking about the radio station. You know, I was talking about the people at the station. They was madder than a mother freaking dude. They was heated. You could see their facial expression. This is a black radio station supposed to be, right? So they was trying so hard to get rid of me, and I was paying $350, I think 300 something every week or every 2 weeks or something like that to be on air. We had to pay for it, right? So they were pressuring me to leave without saying leave. You follow me? Like without saying leave because of my content. Like I was going ham on everybody, the sheriffs, the police, all of that. I'm breaking all this down, and they don't know where I'm getting this information from or how did he know all this. I was the first person that brought Dr. Sabi on WRD. If you punch in WRD in Sabir Bey on WRD with Sabi, you'll hear it. No video, just Dr. Sabi. I was the first person to bring Sophia Stewart, the mother of the Matrix, on there in Philadelphia. That's all you got. I got all the CDs. I was the first person that brought Brother Taj Tariq Bey onto the airways. I had a lot of people, G. I was used to go ham on that radio station. I used to go ham, but what it was, there was not enough people backing this information.
Advocator. Okay.
So sometimes it makes you be like, so I got to a point after my mother passed in 2008. I left in 2008, 2009. I was done with it. I was done with radio. I moved to California in 2010. I started a radio show, I think in 2011, 2012, out here in California. It's called LA Talk Live. Same thing. Came in as a guest.
Took it over.
Came in as a guest. RMC came in as a guest. Took it over. So every and this is why some people don't want me on these feeds, on their shows, because if I come on their shows, even the boy Zoe Williams, he has a show out here. If I went on, I know Zoe. If I go to his station, I already know the ball game is over. And that's why if people hit him up all the time and say, yo, why did you never have Sabir on? What do you think? My conversation is not going to be like his. So I already know me. That's why they don't want me there, because I'm going to say stuff that you are afraid to say, but I'm going to say it in a diplomatic way.
Yeah.
You follow me? So I went through all these channels, RMC, the URD, KDU, NJC, LA Talk Live, and RMC. 5 different radio stations. 5. Mention my name to Zoe Williams. Just mention it. He know me. Brother know me. Trust me. Y'all don't get it? Like, I already know the routine. Y'all may not know the routine, but I know how this go. Yeah, he is a cool dude, but he ain't trying to be cool with me like that, because them cats would want to. He is cool. That's my Philly attitude. Yeah, it could be that too, but I'm just being real. I just want y'all to understand it's not me. It's them. Or they can't follow the subject matter. Maybe that's what it is. So, again, I'm a free person. I think differently. Even when I did Revolt TV, I did Revolt. I got the video. If you punch in IMDb, and punch my name in there, you'll actually see it. IMDb, right? It's like people who are producers and stuff like that. You'll see my name on Revolt TV. And I had to remember where I was at. The studio's on Hollywood Boulevard. And when I went in there, they gave me a script, and I said, I don't follow scripts. It was the craziest thing ever. But they have to follow that. I know that's protocol. But they have to follow a protocol. But what happened, I was a natural with it. So it was, to me, You can't dictate to me what to say. I don't use profanity. You follow me? That's not me, but I will tell the truth. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Nope. He said, nope, I never been on Zoe Williams' show. Zoe, everybody calls Zoe. Zoe don't mess with me like that. Zoe got my phone number. Everybody knows Zoe know me. You know, but it is what it is. You know, so your question is, y'all should ask Zoe Williams that question. Don't ask me that. You know, when is Abandoned Act coming? It's already out. It's just not out yet. I'm just trying to figure out how to market the movie. I did a movie with Big Red from Five Heartbeats called Abandoned Act. I'm working on trying to get some screenings. If I get enough finances, I'll probably do. It's a short. I'll probably do some short screenings, but I want to bring some people in. And I always give props to Hawthorne James, Big Red from Five Heartbeats. He sent me a script to rewrite this script. And actually, he put me inside that movie. It's Abandoned Act. And when we was in the movie, we had books in there, The Alchemist in there, 100 Amazing Facts About the Nigga. It was funny as hell. It's a dope movie, though. And a couple people I sent it to, they loved it. They loved it, dude. They loved that movie. It was so dope. Zoe Williams still on Corey's show. Don't feel. I say no way. I don't know, but yeah, the movie was kind of dope, man. It was a dope film. It was a short, and we were saying that we had more money, would have did more series to it though. It was live. It was a real live film. It's called. You'll see it up there if you go to IMDb and punch in Sabir Bey. You'll see it up there. And Hawthorne James is a hell of an actor. He's been in Speed, Sixth Sense, different movies. You know, so it's what it is, man. You know, I'm very proud of you. You're a great grandma. I'm 60 years old, and I'm very proud of you. And I know your mother. You know my mother. I know your mother is to keep up the good work. Oh, my mother is gone. I can't find the Clock of Destiny. Good luck with that one. But I do have copies. I just not in the business of making those books anymore.
You mind if I ask you one more question? I'm gonna
sure, man. Shoot. Anybody else want to come on? Anybody else want to come on? Push one, but sure, man. Shoot. Get me while you can now.
So where was the reference from your name Bay? Because I heard you refer to it a lot, but I never gave any really context or
you say where it come from? Well, the Bay means patient.
Okay.
That was given to me by a Muslim. I didn't like it. I still don't like it because I was. I still Sabir and Bey means governor. Sabir means patient. Bey means governor, and I still don't like it. You know, Bey is cool. It's not a name. It's a title.
Okay.
You know, but Sabir means to be patient. Sabek is to open up the way, and Saba means to know in Spanish. Okay. I really didn't like it, man. I mean, shoot, I didn't like it, but I had to. You know, I remember I told you before. You got to live up to it. I didn't pick this name. This name was given to me by a Muslim because he said I was so patient. And everybody be on here be like, nigga, you got to have patience to deal with our people. So, yeah, I didn't like it by far. And that's on everything. That's on my passport. That's on everything. And and it's funny when I go to other countries how they look at me. They be like, where you from? Where your family from? They be like, you a Bay? Where your family from? You know, then it depends on where I'm at because I'll tell you different places. Like if I'm in, like I said again, if I'm in Morocco, I say from Tunis. If I'm in Tunis, I say Morocco. If I'm in Turkey, I say somewhere else. So I would flip-flop it. I would flip it. Your name should also be Nigas, the way you love Ethiopia. Damn right. And I was going to take an Ethiopian name. Actually, they gave me Raj Jibra. And I didn't pay to correct this, but I might pay to do that when I go to Ethiopia. That may be it. Raj Jibra. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, brother, I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish off your live. You know, I appreciate your information.
No problem, bro.
Great due diligence, I guess I could say.
No doubt, man. Peace and love, man. Anybody else want to come on, man? Peace, bro.
Yep.
Anybody, and don't forget to go to my Patreon, brother. The Sabir Bey Show. Again, The Sabir Bey Show. Anybody else want to come on before I get off here? This is like 10:56. We got a couple more minutes. I want to watch some movies. Hey, you want to see this? The Ethiopian map? Ethiopian? Woo! That says Ethiopia right there. Where's it at? Woo! Ethiopia Ocean. Yeah, see that right there? Ooh. Ooh. Y'all don't get this yet, man. I love my country too. Salam, I better say. Salam, salam. Salam. Conjoy. We all are Ethiopians, point blank, period. We all Ethiopians. Before the 1500s, we were Ethiopians and Moors. It's all the same. She said mine first. It's all the same. I'll be in Ethiopia soon. How do I become? You're already a Moor. Before the 1500s, we were called Ethiopians and Moors. Before the 1500s, we were Ethiopians and Moors. So we got Ethiopians on here. We got somebody from Ghana on here. We got somebody from South Africa. Shout out to all my people, man. All my peoples. So email me. SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. Again, SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. The Miska. Oh yeah, the Miska. Yeah, looking for the true cross. Actually, Ethiopia has been fasting for a while because I think it's 2 months. 2 months of fasting before Ramadan. I told you about Tawahido and Tawheed. Tawheed means one, and Tawahido means one. They're one and the same. Tawahido and Tawheed means one. It's all the same. Stop letting these people separate our people. We're one family. We're one family. Okay? Not Coptic. We're not talking about Coptic. We said Tawahido Orthodox. Tawahido. Okay? So, I appreciate everybody on Facebook. I appreciate everybody on Instagram. Don't forget, the Patreon is The Sabir Bey Show. Email SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. I appreciate all of you peoples on here, man. Give me a second. By Europeans have changed the way we look at the world. Yes. Peace, 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 peace. Peace, love, unity, and having fun. These are the lyrics of Sabir Bey 1. Peace, son. Donate today. No doubt. Peace. I got to go, y'all.